Hello everyone, welcome to my review of Transformers Legacy Evolution Voyager Class Dirge, the re-release of the very elusive, I think it was a 2-pack with Ramjet from Earthrise, and also a retool of the Transformers Earthrise Starscream mold. And not just for the cone head, because there's a lot more retooling going on than it may seem. And also, this was my birthday present from my mommy, so that makes this figure a little bit more special. So let's just get into it and look at him, starting off with his beautiful new cone head. However, I do not like his mouth because it looks like he's just yelling. He's just screaming, ah! That's what it looks like. Look at him. Look at that. It just looks like he's screaming all the time. But he's got a nice looking cone head. I like the blue and black color scheme with some of the orange and yellowy gold quote unquote bits poking through as well. We got the nice little things up here as well. You got the nice details here on the arms like so. Nice details here on the chest with the titties as well. Then you have the nice purple here on the legs, which is also retooled from the Starscream mold, but we'll get more into that later. We got some nice details here on the lower legs. We got some nice looking big feet, and we have these wings here on the legs, which Starscream has on his back. Now, I will say this though, I do not know how these things are supposed to be displayed, because if I look at like the cartoon image, it kind of looks like they are supposed to be displayed like this. This is also their configuration for jet mode. I think that this kind of looks dumb because of how big they are, so I like to just push them backwards, which is not an improvement because now they stick out really far and they don't really touch the ground, so they're not really extra heel support, but, you know, it's better than having them off to the side. And also, this is what he looks like from the back. Let's just fold this out so that you can see that, and this. But here's he is from the back, the nice cone, the little wing thingies here on his back as well. Very nice looking. And this guy just looks very nice. But that is not all you get, because moving him off to the side, you also get some weapons, some no-ray action. And these are just black versions of what Starscream came with, but they look very, very nice. And if you want to attach them, you got multiple places. As you can see here, there's a hole. You can just slide it in like so. However, the correct way to display it with all Seekers is on the top of the arms, as you can see. The null rays have to be in the arms, and my goodness, does this guy look good. I know people are not a fan of this mold, but mainly I've seen hatred for this specific version of it. But I know people aren't fans of the Earthrise Starscream mold, but to be honest, I don't necessarily have too many issues with it. I mean, there's a big gap in jet mode, but outside of that, it's just overall a pretty good mold. So let's just move straight into the articulation segment for this boy himself. So his head can I can't get in there. His head can rotate. It's just difficult to grab a hold on to, but his head can rotate. I can't get a grip on it. I can only rotate it a little bit. Why is it so tight? What is this? It's like really tight. I'm not a fan of that, but his head can rotate. Then his arms. He can move this out of the way so that his arms can technically do a full 360 if this piece here was not in the way. However, it is on one of these, so technically you could just pull it off. I'm not gonna do it because I already put some force on it and it did not come off, and I feel like if I put more force on it, it might break. But I know from my Starscream version that it likes to pop off. Arms can also go in and out. You have a swivel up here, an elbow joint. It goes pretty far, and then also his hand can move up, and that's it. No rotation, as you can see, there's no real room for a rotation. Then moving everything, okay, moving the weapons out of the way. Haha, I remember now why people did not really like this mold. This thing doesn't have a waist rotation. Are you kidding me? Why does it not have a waist rotation? They could have easily have implemented a waist rotation, as you can see. There is nothing that goes on here for transformation outside of the legs just moving up a bit. Anyway, you can move up the skirt here in order for the legs to go forward and also a little bit backwards, but not really a lot because of this at all. Then you got it in and out right here. You have a swivel up here and then a bend at the knee and ankle tilt as well. which is kind of weird. This thing has ankle tilt, but can't have the simplest thing known as a waist rotation. However, Bumblebee movie Shockwave also does not have a bicep swivel, so I guess, you know, sometimes they just don't have all of the articulation points. However, that is technically a strike against you, good old Dirge. It's also weird because I wasn't expecting this to be the first time that I look at this mold. I was not expecting this to be the first time I look at this mold. I was expecting it to be Starscream. But that's what you get when you put a bunch of figures on a list and just let your family choose on which to buy. Then your mom comes in with this thing and, well, I like the look better of this guy as well. I like the blue and black coloration a lot more than Starscream's coloration. But now that we are done with the articulation segment, also you got the articulation obviously for these things as well. And obviously these things have the rotation. But now that we are done with the articulation segment, let's just move straight into size comparison. Starting off here, we got him with Starscream. I don't have any other version of this mold, but here you can see where the retools very much happened. Starting off here on the legs, the kneecaps. Why did that get retooled? I don't really feel like there was really a need for this to be retooled, but they decided to retool it. Also, obviously, the wings being at the bottom instead of at the top is a big retool as well. And then obviously these little wings as well is also a retool. But overall, he looks very much the same, but also very different from Screamer himself as well. I like how different they look, and I technically now have both versions of this mold. With, who knows, maybe more to come. I know one is coming because that is in the 5th wave of Legacy United. But outside of that, I don't know if I'll ever get the others. But let's move Starscream out of the way so we can get into the next size comparison. And that is the leader size comparison with the leaders Galvatron and Megatron, who Dirge actually both met. I thought Dirge met his end in the 86 movie. Turns out, no. He was actually also in the show after that. I thought Dirge actually died. Well, that was a surprising reveal for me when I looked on TF Wiki and saw that he was still alive. So he actually did meet both of these guys. That's pretty cool. Now let's move them out of here for the final size comparison. The Soundwave and Shockwave size comparison. Looking very nice indeed. So let's move them out of the way as well. Let's bring Dirge in a bit closer and let's go into that transformation. So let's get this Dirge fellow into his jet mode. So starting off, obviously, you take off the null rays. And then what you want to do is you want to come here to the arms. Open them up like so. Fold up the fist. And then you have to double hinge this back while also keeping this piece here, this black piece here, just straight. Because this one needs to go into this gap here. So what you want to do is you want to, let's see what best angle to show this off. What you want to do is you want to double hinge this backwards. And get the black piece through the hole. And then close this up. Fold this up. And there you go. Do the same thing on the other side. So open this up. Make sure that this stays straight. And then rotate this in. Also rotate this up. Rotate this in entirely. And there you go. Fold it back down. And that is the arms done. So what you want to do next up is, on mine a little bit tight, but what you want to do is you want to open up the chest piece here, rotate this backwards, come to this nose cone area, lift it up, rotate it around, and then this tab here is going to slide in there. So you just want to take it, tab it in, lift this up, rotate it around, and rotate it all the way out, and just get this aligned like so. Then what you want to do with these arms, get them all straight, and then rotate them in, and then take this and fold it back up like so. There you go. This is as far as I can get it. I think it's actually supposed to go a bit further, but for some reason on mine it never really wants to, so I'm just gonna keep it like this. Then what you want to do is you want to move down. Well, actually what you can do next is you can fold this down and then rotate this forward. There you go. Now then, let's move over to the legs. Starting off with the feet, you want to collapse them downwards like so. Open up the kneecaps, tab the legs together like so. And then keep this open. Double hinge this, as you can see, double hinge the legs in, and then these two tabs are gonna go into slots, into those two slots. So you just want to take this and just, there you go, tab it in, and then rotate this back up like so. And here we have Dirge himself in his jet mode. So here we have Dirge in his jet mode, and my goodness, it very much looks the same, but also vastly different from what Starscream was before. Let's be honest here, really the only thing that was actually remained the same in the looks department is this front piece, because of the fact that everything else kind of is different more back here. The wings, the long wings here on the side, and now at the back we have these small wings here at the front. We don't have those fins sticking out back here. It just makes it look very different while still making it look the same, and I love it. So let's get into the details here, starting off here with the back here. We got these nice wings that are flipped up, pointed up. We got the nice feet back here concealed to become the thrusters of the jet. We have the nice blue over here with some integral details on here as well. We got the nice orange see-through cockpit here that I don't think can open, but I'm not even gonna attempt to do that. And the nice black tip here at the front. We also have this thing here, which I'm gonna be honest here, I always thought that was for landing gear, because it is. The problem is it's molded in. This thing does not have landing gear. Alright, can confirm the fact that this exists because of this. I kind of forgot about that. But it is weird that it's like there's no landing gear here. It does feel a little bit weird. And then from the bottom, this is what he looks like. But let's be honest here, these jet formers are always gonna basically have a robot at the bottom. I mean, you got the legs here, you got the chest there, you got the arms inside of the chest. It's not very well concealed. And also, I know people are gonna complain about the big gap over here. But overall, I think it is a nice figure. It's not perfect though. I wish it was better, maybe landing gear, maybe a way to fill up this gap down here. But overall, I think it's nice. So then let's move straight into weapon storage. We have the two null rays. I did not put them on purpose because the fact that I needed to do it here. So as you can see here at the bottom, you got two big holes. So you just put the guns in. There you go. Right there. Now he's got the null rays under him so he can shoot the Autobots as he is flying about. And it looks very, very nice. So then, since we don't have any more articulation, I'm just going to go straight into that comparison. Starting off, here we have Starscream, the leader of the Seekers himself, and they look good together. This is where what I meant. What I said, that they look similar here at the front, but they look vastly different here in the back. They do. I mean, Starscream has got the wings flipped up, but Dirge doesn't. The wings are further back for Dirge. It's like these two wings are like flipped for Dirge, and then also swept up as well. And then obviously the color scheme makes him look like an entirely new jet that might be inspired by the Starscream mold. Also, because of the knees, I wanted to show this off as well. As you can see here, the knees, they can't really go under this piece here because of how long they are. Here they do. They go perfectly under the skirt because of that's how it was designed to go. At least I think it was. That's what I always do. But Dirge, sadly enough, doesn't have that, so I was a bit confused when I first transformed him. But overall, they look very, very nice together. I wish I had more Seekers so I could show off more, but let's move Starscream off to the side, because it's leader time, baby! Here we got Dirge with the Megatron and Galvatron. I really need to get a new Megatron. I just hate that thing. If my mom or my sister give me another Generation 1 Decepticon, I'm gonna be a little bit upset, but specifically because of the fact that I need to pull that thing out again for more size comparisons. And I really just want to put that thing to bed. Can we get that Studio Series already? But Dirge looks nice with them. So here we got the final size comparison for Dirge with Soundwave and Shockwave, looking very, very, very nice as well. It's totally out of scale for those two, but you know what? With these guys, you can't really expect scale. So let's move them off to the side. Let's pull Dirge in a bit closer so we can get into the reverse transformation. So let's get Dirge back into his robot mode. So what you want to start off with, I forgot to do this, but you want to take these things off, move them off to the side. Now then, let's get really into Dirge. So, starting off, what you want to do is you want to fold out these pieces here, and then untab it from the back here, as you can see, and then double hinge this upwards, like so. And then on the knees here, you got two tabs that are going to slide into those two slots. So you basically just want to line it up and tab it in, line it up and tab it in. This did not tab in, sadly enough, so Let's move this down a little bit so we can... Okay, let's move it down a little bit so we can... Oh, come on. Tab it in. There you go. And then, next up, fold out the feet. So split it at the middle and fold it out. Split the legs. And then with these fins here, you can either move them backwards or keep them straight. I'm going to move them backwards. And there you go. Half of him is already done. Next up, what you want to do is you want to start off with taking this piece here and double hinge this out. So take it and just pull it out and lift it up like so. Then what you can do is you can do this and fold it back. Now, as you can see here, you needed to fold this out so that we have some clearance to push this backwards. Now what you want to do is you want to take the arms here and rotate them out as well. Take the front here and just unpeg it. It was tabbed in like so. So just untab it and then push it forward. Rotate it around, and then on the double hinge in here, you want to hinge this in like so. And then this thing is going to slide into the big slot in there that you can't really see because everything's too dark in here. So what you want to do is you want to take this and just fold it down and then push it in. And there you go. And then push the chest in as well and the arms until everything kind of looks like this. Then what you want to do with the arms here is you want to open this up and then double hinge this out. However, you need to make sure that this piece here stays straight. And then rotate this down, fold down the hand, and there you go. You can activate the elbow joint to see if everything went perfectly fine. Then do the same thing on the other side. So open this up, or rotate this forward like so, and then activate elbow joint to see that everything went fine. And then for the final piece, what you want to do is you want to open up this nose cone here and rotate it all the way to the back. And then if you really need to do one more finishing touch, we can take the null rays and plug them onto the arms as well. And here we have Dirge back into his robot mode. So, Dirge, my friend, I like him. I do. Now, I will say this. I will not change my opinion because of the fact that I got this as a gift from my mom. Alright? If I thought that this thing was trash, I would have said so. I think this is actually a really fun figure. And also, I'm kind of basing it on the pricing that my mom paid for it, which is actually deluxe class price point. Because, yes, this thing was actually priced down to deluxe when my mom bought it. That is the entire reason I was able to put this guy on the list. And I think for deluxe class price point, this guy's great. I love him. Look, there are issues with him, yes. There's the big gap when he's in jet mode. You got the no waist rotation. You have this thing just hanging out. Weapons apparently flying off, which I didn't think of. Oh, hey, look, he's got a hole under the arm as well. But, yeah, he's got, like, the nose cone on the back. He's got, like, just no waist rotation. He has, like, the big gap in the jet mode. But overall, for deluxe class price point, yeah, this thing is easily worth it. He's really fun, very detailed. Look, the coloration is great. Love the nose cone hat. So would I recommend him for the deluxe class price point? Absolutely would I recommend this guy. I think he's great. If you failed to pick this guy up and you want him, this is actually a pretty good figure. Is it worth that Voyager price point? Now that is kind of where my opinion has kind of been ruined, and I don't know. Because the thing is, this guy I got for deluxe class price point. And this one I got for Voyager class price point, but he came with the Studio Series stuff, like the chair, the cape, and the crown. So that is kind of like uplifting the value a bit. So I have kind of been tainted a bit with the value of these guys. So I don't know if this figure is really worth the Voyager class price point. But if you see him, and you like him, and you want him, I say he's not a bad figure. And that's the important part. So that has been my review of Transformers Legacy Evolution Voyager Class Dirge. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell and comment your thoughts on this figure. And please check out my Let's Play channel, linked in the description and at the end of the video. I upload 3 videos every day of different games, but mainly Pokemon. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye!